Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been about 50 hours since I've serviced my shock on my Scott Spark. So I figured, I'm going to make a quick video here to show you how you can do this without actually removing the shock from the frame, which makes it a lot easier. So let's get to it. First step is just to remove all the air. So remove the cap, release the air. Now you want to cycle your shock to make sure you get the air out of the negative chamber. So just keep cycling it. Release the air again. You might hear a little bit more come out. Yep. Now we know there's no air in the negative chamber. Alright, next step is to remove the links. So we need to remove this bolt, these two bolts, and they should just come right off. Start with this one. Go ahead and do this other one right here. Now we can remove this bolt that goes through. Just a reminder that you loosen this bolt from the back side. So you want to be going this way to loosen it. That out. Now you want to remove these two bolts. What you want to do is jam some rags in between the frame and the seat stays. Just like that. That way it won't hit your frame. So now what you want to do, lift it up and this should just come right off. So there you go, you got one link off. Put that aside. You want to do the same to the other side. Lift up, and just like that, get your other link out. Make sure you clean up any of this dirt and stuff you find behind there. You want this whole area to be extremely clean when you take this shock apart. You don't want any debris falling in there. Move this O-ring. So the whole reason you don't want to remove this shock is because the cable that goes into your twin lock is just, it's so horrible to try to get back through. You got to replace the cable every time. But this way you can just leave it all together and just leave it all here. It makes it a lot easier. I would actually suggest moving water bottle cage. Give you a little extra room. This is pretty tight, so you're gonna have to get like a rubber glove to get a really good grip, or a strap wrench, like a good strap wrench maybe, and then you can just twist this off. There we go. Just make sure all the air is out. Make sure everything is clean before you take this off. Probably just want to get a piece of cardboard in here, just to help protect your frame as you pull this up. Just like that. Just pull that out. And there you have it. Now you're just going to clean them up real good and put it back together. So the main thing is in here. You want to clean inside these bottom seals as good as you can. Put as much linoleum as you can in there, because this is the spot that dries out first. So get a rag in there. You can see a little bit of dirt in there, nothing crazy. Just go ahead and clean it all up. Get a little bit of isopropyl. Let's get it real clean in there. Alright, this is perfectly clean now. Now you want to clean the inside here. It's nice and clean in there. I personally just use slick oleum. I don't use any Fox fluid or anything like that, so what I do is I completely cake it on the inside here, all the way around in there. I actually work it into the seals first, make sure it gets all up in there behind it. Just keep getting it all up in those seals. It's perfect. Now you want to get some and lubricate the inner walls here. Get a good amount in there. Now I'm going to go back to the bottom and I'm gonna completely fill the inside here. Most of it will come out when I put it on, but that's fine. I just want to make sure I got as much in here as possible. There we go. It is absolutely loaded in there now. Okay, so that part's ready. Before we put it on, we want to lubricate this seal right here. All the way around. You want to be pretty generous. Get it nice and caked on there. Doesn't really hurt to use too much of this stuff. Just makes it maybe last a little longer before your next interval. So there, get that all nice and lubed up even on that. And all on this. Alright, now you want to put this on. There we go. Now you want to go ahead and put your volume spacer in there, if you have one. This part's actually a little easier if you push your rebound knob all the way to slow, which is clockwise. So push it all the way that way. And you want to put a rag on top here and push down as you go to tighten this back on. It makes it a lot easier. Still can be tricky though. Alright, there we go. Just keep spinning that until it's tight. I'm going to give it a nice snug here. Nothing crazy, just get it nice and tight. There we go. Now you want to take your links and you want to give them a thorough cleaning. So you want to take these out, clean the inside, and just make it look like new. Okay, now you want to make sure you put your O-ring back on. You don't want to forget that. Now we can go ahead and put our links back on. Just go ahead and lift your frame. Put it in place. Line it up. There we go. Got one side in. Just do the same thing with the other side. We won't need these in there anymore. Go ahead and get the bearing on first. And slide it in there. There we go. And from here it should be pretty straightforward what you need to do. Just the reverse of what you did already. Go ahead and put this one on. This other one in. Now you want to get your bolts in here. Make sure you line it up. Make sure you line it up properly before you tighten these, or else you can strip this, which would be bad news. So don't go forcing anything on those. Alright, now you just want to go ahead and tighten these up. Don't go crazy on them. Now you want to get your through bolt here. I'll just crank this one down decently. Just like that. You don't need to go crazy. Now you're going to want to use a torque wrench. Set it to 10 Newton meters. There you go. For this one, you can't use a torque wrench on it because it's going the wrong way. Unless you got a bit that went through the front, you could use a torque wrench, but I just snug it up nice, just like these ones right here. I just get the same feel, and it's good to go. So there you go, you're pretty much done. Just going to fill it up with air, put your thing back on, you're finished. So this just helps save time from removing the shock, which me personally, I like to do it, but it still is tricky to do this. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get the canister back on. Sometimes, you know, you just don't get much room here. You got to really make sure everything's just as clean as you can get it. Give your bike a nice wash before you do this. But see, now I'm done. I don't have to do anything with that cable anymore. It's good to go. If you're wondering about these bolts, these are homemade bolts. That the originals cracked on me, so I had some homemade ones, and they have been great. I love them. So there you go. That's what I do every 50 hours with my Scott Spark RC. This needs to be done. Because of the orientation of this shock, this rarely gets lubricated. So you really need to service this every 50 hours or maybe even less. And I find that it's a real PETA to service when you have to remove the shock and redo the whole wiring there. It's really annoying. Alright, I hope this video helped you out. You know, maybe consider subscribing to the channel or giving me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below and I will get back to you. Cheers.